There was once a king who lived in a palace of gold, yet he was starving to death. He sat on a throne worth 1,000 kingdoms, but his skin was blue with cold, and his eyes were wide with a terror that no one else could see. You see? The king was convinced he was trapped in a stone dungeon with no windows and no light. He would scream at the empty air to break the chains, but there were no chains. He was sitting in the middle of a sun-drenched garden, yet he was a prisoner. Before we continue this mystery, welcome to Unwavering Mind. If you have ever felt like you were stuck in a room with an open door, you are not alone. Hit the subscribe button and join our community of seekers as we learn to unlock the doors we've built for ourselves. Now, back to the king. Every time the king tried to reach for a piece of fruit from the trees, he would pull his hand back and howl in pain. "The bars," he would cry. "The red-hot iron bars are burning me." But there was nothing there but the summer breeze. Scientists at Yale University have studied this exact phenomenon. They call it a perceptual set. It is when the brain becomes so convinced of a threat that it creates the physical sensation of pain, even when the body is perfectly safe. So many of us are living just like this king. We have the talent to start, the heart to love, and the strength to change. But we stop because we feel the bars of a cage that our past built for us. We stay in the shadow of our room because we are terrified of a glass floor that doesn't actually exist. Then, a monk entered the king's garden. He didn't try to pull the king up. He simply sat down and held up a mirror. "I see a man in a cage," the king whispered, looking at his own reflection. The monk turned the mirror toward the horizon. "And what do you see now?" "I see a world with no limits," the king replied. The monk smiled. "The cage is not in the garden, Your Majesty. The cage is the person holding the mirror. This is the core of Buddhist philosophy. We do not suffer because of the world. We suffer because of our attachment to the story we tell ourselves about the world." The king finally stood up. His mind screamed at him to stop. His heart hammered against his ribs like a trapped bird. But he walked anyway. He stepped right through the place where the bars used to be. He realized that the walls weren't made of stone. They were made of what-ifs. Nothing in the king's world changed that day. The sun was the same. The garden was the same. But he was no longer a prisoner, because the moment you realize the cage is made of thoughts is the moment the bars lose their power. Have you ever felt a mind block that kept you from your dreams? What is the iron bar that feels real to you but might just be a thought? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be the key that unlocks someone else's cage. Thank you for listening this far, especially if you are struggling with a mind block right now. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you see your walls a little differently. This is the path to the unwavering mind.